What's up guys, and welcome back to another video here on B-Mills Wrestling. In today's video, I'm going to be tier ranking all of the WWE Championship designs from 2010 until 2025. I'm doing 2010 to 2025 because that's how long I've been a wrestling fan. Those are all the championships that I am familiar with, so I want to tier rank all of them because I will have the best opinions on them because I've seen them on TV so many times. Before we get into the video, if you guys are not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. And don't forget to leave a like down below. Alright guys, let's get into this video. Alright, so as you guys can see right here on the screen, we have 5 different tiers, the best being greatest of all time, which is probably not going to be that many titles, but those are going to be the titles that I think are the very best in my opinion, obviously. Then we have great, which is probably a step below greatest of all time, maybe a few steps. Then we have good, which is, obviously not terrible, but obviously not with the great and GOAT, you get it. Then we have mid, which is kind of probably the ones I'm not going to have too much of an opinion on, but I don't want to say it's a bad looking title. That's what mid will be for. And then bad, obviously that's just going to be for the garbage looking titles. Feel like there's going to be quite a few in there, if I'm being honest. I'm already looking at a few of these, but without further ado, let's get into this tier ranking. I'm already seeing the very first title on here is the United States Championship from the PG era, famously held by the likes of John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, MVP, plenty of more guys that I'm not naming. I loved this title. I know that a lot of people think it looks toyish. It doesn't look like a real title, but I really like this title. Like, this was, maybe I'm showing a little bit of nostalgia because this was, the U.S. title that I grew up on. This is the title that I watched. So I really do love this title. It looked so good on, like, John Cena. I'm going to throw this into the great category. Might be controversial. I don't really care. I loved that title. Probably is my favorite United States Championship of all time. Let's get into the next one. All right, we have the current Raw World Tag Team Championship. It's a step up. It's a step up from the previous tag titles, which we're going to get into. But it's not a good looking title. It looks like a coin, like everyone's made that joke. They literally look like coins. I don't really like the red on the title either. I feel like that throws it off. Red on gold just doesn't make sense. It should just be gold and black, right? That's what a title should be. Like I said, I don't really like it. It looks like a penny. I don't want to put it in bad because, like I said, it is a step up. So I am going to throw this into the mid category. I feel like that's perfect for that title. The next one, actually, we're going to do the next two. It's the Crown Jewel Championships from this year, obviously won by Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan. I'm just going to throw them in bed. These titles suck. They are way too big. They try to make us care about them to hype up Crown Jewel. No, don't care. Those titles absolutely suck. They have no meaning as well. Cody and Liv ended up losing their titles. Nobody's going to remember that. Oh, they're actually the current Crown Jewel champion. Nobody's going to remember that. Those titles are garbage, and so is just the idea of being a Crown Jewel champion. Moving on to something that is not garbage, and that is the WWE Championship spinner belt, or not spinner belt. This is going into the GOAT category. A lot of other people will also say, similarly to the U.S. title, that it's a childish-looking title. It looks like a toy. I disagree. I think this is one of the best WWE titles that they've ever created. I just love the look of it. It's so, like, unique in a way. As you see with a lot of the ones on this list, just a big W in the middle, like, and they all look like the same, like generic. Like this, literally, they tried with this. Like, this was a cool-looking title. You had the scratch logo in the middle as well. Just a really cool title. That is definitely in the GOAT category. I don't care. Moving on to the next two titles, we have the current Women's and Men's Intercontinental Championships. I absolutely love these titles. I am going to throw these into the great category without a doubt. They're close to being in the GOAT category. The blue on this title saved the title. If we're talking about the IC title without the blue on it, that obviously just got introduced a little while ago, I would probably have put that in mid. I don't know if I would have put it in bad, but definitely mid or bad. These titles, they go up to great because the blue is such a good touch. Like, the IC title should always have blue on it, right, to show parts of, like, the globe, right? Like, that's what they, did before, as we're going to see some of the other titles on here that are actually coming up right now. But I love the blue. It's such a good touch. Obviously, the women's IC title with the white strap and the blue in the title, it's just so clean. Absolutely love these titles. One of my favorites, like, currently in WWE right now, if not my favorites. Moving on to the other Intercontinental Championship. This was before the white strap. I don't have like exact years on these titles. I think this one got retired in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. But this is like a solid title. Um, it's not like the best, like the white strap, but it's not bad. I think it belongs in the mid category. Uh, like when I started watching, I never really felt anything about this title, like the look of it at least. Like it does have the touch of blue, which I thought was good, but like overall, I feel like they could have done better, and they ended up doing better. So I think mid's perfect for that title. Now let's get into a GOAT championship. Yep, it's the second title we're throwing into the GOAT category, the White Strap Intercontinental title that got introduced in 2011. Had a great run, almost a decade, I want to say. It sucks they got rid of it. Obviously, the white straps now is used for the women's, the female titles. The black straps are for the men's. So I do like that little difference. But this is the greatest Intercontinental Championship design of all time. Like I don't think that it's a debate. Like the Miz, he rocked this title. Dolph Ziggler rocked this title. Just such a clean title. You got the little shade of blue, the white strap. I feel like the gold really pops on the title as well compared to like the other one that we just did. I feel like the gold pops way more on this one. Maybe that's because of the white strap. I just think it's a super clean title. Definitely in the GOAT category for me. Moving on, we have the Universal Championship, the red one for Monday Night Raw. Dude, I hate these titles. They're going in bed. I was never a fan of the Universal Championships at all. While I'm at it, I'm just going to throw the blue one in there because I'm already seeing it. These Universal titles are just so garbage. Like, I hated them with a passion. I didn't necessarily hate the idea of introducing a new title back when they did, but why did they have to be red and blue for SmackDown Raw? Championships should always be gold, right? Or at least bronze and silver, right? Like, why are championships red and blue? It just looks like childish. If we're talking about toy looking belts, this is a toy looking belt. Too much red, too much blue. It just looked stupid. And this is like the era of WWE that I hated. Like, I stopped watching in like 2018 and 2019. Not because of these titles, how they looked. Obviously, that's not like a huge deal. But that just adds to it. Like, I just hate these titles so much. One of the worst looking titles of all time. While I'm at it, I'm going to throw the female ones in there as well, the Universal titles. They're not any better. Yeah, just absolute garbage. If you disagree with me, that's okay, but terrible in my opinion. Now we have the Divas Championship. Um, this is hard because this isn't really like it didn't feel like a true championship. Just because it wasn't really prestigious, if we're being honest. Obviously, it has the pink on it. And I was just talking about how titles shouldn't really have colors like that on the title. It's like it's a unique title. Like the butterfly shape that it is. And like for the time period, with like them being legit divas, they're not the female wrestlers we have now. Like it wasn't as serious of a division, whatever you want to say. It fit in with it. So I honestly think this is good. Maybe I'm hypocritical just because I was talking about how the red and blue is too much, but that's not too much. Like the majority of this belt was silver, black strap on it. You just obviously had a little bit of pink in it, but like it made sense because like the divas weren't, like I said, like the division wasn't what it is today, where they earned those gold looking titles. I don't know. I think it belongs in good. I was thinking about maybe putting it in mid, but I think good is perfect for the Divas Championship. Moving on to the next two titles, we have the current Women's and Men's United States Championships. I don't hate these titles. I don't think that they're amazing, but I think that like I'm okay with it. Like I don't mind seeing these titles every week. Not like a terrible design. You still have the red, white, and blue, which obviously is huge if you're talking about the United States Championship. Just like with the IC title, I feel like that has to have like the blue shade on it. For the Continental part, I feel like the US title, you obviously need red, white, and blue. Um, and like they're solid titles. Like you have the majority of the title being gold. I really don't think that these are bad. I would put this one in good. I'm actually gonna put the women's in great because I think the white strap, I just think the white strap it looks so much cleaner with titles. Like you're seeing already, I have the Intercontinental and the GOAT. I have the Women's Intercontinental and great. Now I'm gonna throw this one in great because the white strap, it just makes the title pop so much. So I'm gonna throw that in great, and then the men's in good. Solid titles though. Moving on, we have the Raw and SmackDown tag titles. Um, I forget what year they got introduced. Maybe 2016. I want to say, like, I could be wrong on that. Um, did not like just with you Universal titles. Like I was saying, I'm not a fan of these at all. Like, okay, it was just the straps. The middle is silver. I also don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. Um, because I do like all the titles being gold. I think that all the championships should be gold. But these, like, I don't know if I want to throw it in bad just because it's bad or mid. I don't know. I think we might have to throw these in bad. I really wasn't a fan of these. Just like the blue and red strap, like I can't. I don't like that. Just because it's Raw and SmackDown, like I don't like that. Like these are championships, and like that feels like a toy belt, like not the freaking uh the U.S. Championship or the WWE title that I have up in GOAT and Great. Like these feel like toy belts to me. I think they belong in bad. I do actually like them better than the Universal titles, if I'm being honest. That's why I was debating putting it in mid, but we're gonna leave it down in bad. Moving on, we have the current Speed Championships. These are just terrible. Put them in bad. I get it, right? Like the speed, like the little pedometer on there or whatever. I get it. It's just a stupid idea in general. Like I hate speed, like not the division, just like the whole idea of speed wrestling. Like it's so dumb. Literally just 3 minute matches for Twitter. Like it's the idea of it's horrible, and the titles are just not good at all. Obviously, they weren't going to try too hard with these titles because they can't even wear them on WWE TV. We never see the current Speed Champions on WWE programming with those titles. So, yeah, definitely goes in the bad category for me. Moving on, we have the 24/7 Championship. Oh, I forgot about this title. The It's so ugly. Oh my god, the green and gold is just not. It was a fun title, like for a bad period of wrestling. Like this was a fun title. Like seeing R-Truth win it like 54 times or however many times he won it was fun. But like we're talking about title designs, so yeah, this is bad. I'm sorry. Just looks awful. Like the green and the gold is just that's not a championship look. Moving on, we have the WWE Championship. This is not the one The Rock introduced. This was the one a little bit after The Rock's. This isn't like a horrible title. I'm not like the biggest fan of the W so large in the middle. But like I also don't hate it. This is obviously different from the Universal title because it's gold, black, silver, white. Like there's better colors. This isn't just red and blue. So I do think that it is better. I think that it's a solid championship. Like I didn't really have any issues with it when I was watching people hold this championship growing up. I think I'm gonna throw it in the good category. Like I really don't have an issue with this championship. Like yeah, it's not like that clever of a title because you're just throwing a big old W in the middle. But like it's not like it's disgusting to look at. So I think it fits in the good category. Um, and then we have the Rock one. I'm gonna skip a few just because I want to throw the Rock one in there. I think the Rock one's mid. If we're comparing, you see them now they're right on top of each other. If we're comparing those two titles, I think the one that's in good is just a level above the one that's in mid because like the one in mid, it looks like bronzish. Like it doesn't, the gold doesn't pop. Like the middle, the W in the middle doesn't really pop either. Um, I don't really like that one to be honest. That was the one The Rock introduced. You obviously see the little bit of difference. Like it says champion on that one, which I don't necessarily hate, but it just looks so dull. Like it doesn't pop for me. I don't like it. I think that belongs in mid. Moving on, we have the bronze tag titles. This is the tag titles that I grew up on. So once again, showing a little bit of nostalgia, but like I said before, I do prefer the titles to be gold because I feel like all championships should be gold. Can't stress that enough. But like bronze just felt like weird. Obviously, a lot of people thought they looked like pennies. They looked like coins, right? Similarly to the ones that I put in mid, the ones we have right now. Obviously, a little different though. I'm just gonna throw these in mid. I'm not gonna put it in bad with the red and blue tag titles because it had the black strap, so it didn't feel as goofy. But I didn't necessarily love the bronze. But once again, I am showing a little bit of nostalgia because these are the first tag titles that I watched when I got into WWE. So I think mid is perfect for those titles. Moving on, we have the current WWE Championship. This one's this one's controversial. I hear a lot of different opinions on this title. I hear a lot of people say they don't like it at all. They think it looks just generic, like I was saying. Um, and then a lot of people do like it. I'm more on the side that I like it. Like I actually do like this title. I know that they didn't do anything crazy with it compared to the last two WWE championships that they had before that. It's still the big W in the middle. Really, I don't know if they will ever go away from that. I'm sure at some point they will, but right now they love doing that for the current World Championships or the WWE Championships, I should say. But I love the gold. I think the gold on it, it pops like more so than ever. Like it's got that little sparkle in it as well. Roman holding the title, like the title looks so good on Roman. Title, it didn't look bad on Cody, and I think on Cena it looks the best. Like that title on John Cena looks great. I love this title, man. I think it belongs in the great category. If that's controversial, so be it. I'm a fan of this title. Um, Definitely more than the past two WWE championships that we have in good and mid. It's definitely a step up from there. The gold, it really pops. It looks good. All right. Next one. Oh wow, I forgot about this one. We have the WWE Championship from 2019, I believe, when Daniel Bryan went heel. This was like his saving the ecosystem title, that weird ass heel gimmick that he had. This title sucks. It's literally, it's like wood. I don't know. I don't know what that is. That is so bad. Or I don't know. I forget what it was made of. It's garbage. Okay, it's just brown and like blue. Oh my god, terrible. Now it wasn't meant to be good. Obviously, this was for his little title reign. Obviously, ended up losing to Kofi Kingston at Kofi Mania, but just an awful title. Moving on, we have the Cruiserweight Championship. Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen this title in a long time. Cruiserweight division, I actually thought was cool. I think 2016 or 17 is when they added it. I liked it. The title, though, not great. It kind of feels like Speed Championship vibes. Now, I will give them a little bit of credit. Like, the middle, it's silver. Like, it's kind of a clean design. The title was just, like, so small. And then the purple strap, ugh, yeah, just not good. Like, kind of like I was talking about the gold strap, the red and blue. I'm not a fan of that. Like, you're seeing that I'm not a fan of that. Um, it's just not that clean of a title. I'm gonna throw it in bed. I know like the cruiserweight division, like the theme, it was like a purple theme. That's why they did it. But like still, just don't really like it at all. Now moving on to the WWE Women's Championship, I'm gonna throw that right with the uh, WWE Championship in great. Like I said, the white strap usually does take it a step further from me. I think the white strap just looks cleaner. But in this case, I think both of them are equal to me. I think they both look amazing. I don't really prefer one over the other, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think it belongs in the great category. Now we're moving to the current World Heavyweight Championship. I'm not gonna lie, this one's really grown on me since it's got introduced. At first, I wasn't like a huge fan of the big like W in the middle of the world. I prefer the big gold. We're gonna get into the big gold, but this is a solid title. Like I think it looks really good. Whenever I see this on TV, it's a good looking title. I think it belongs in the great category. Like Gunther rocks the hell out of that World Heavyweight Championship. Seth really rocked it. It's a clean looking title, and it's kind of unique. Like I feel like this is not as generic as just a big W in the middle. Yes, you have the WWE logo in there, but like it just looks super clean and different from the rest of the titles. While we're at it, we have the Women's World Championship. Throw that in the great category as well. I really do like the current world titles of WWE right now. The WWE Women's Championship, the Women's World Championship, the WWE Championship, the WWE World Championship. I like all of them. I think they all belong in the great category. I'm really a fan of a lot of the title designs in WWE right now, which is awesome. Like I think all the titles look super clean. They got away from like a bad era of championship designs and looks. I feel like right now, like not their best that they're at, but like they're at a pretty high point with their championship designs. Let's move on to the next one, which is the current WWE tag titles over on SmackDown, currently held by the Street Profits. I freaking love these titles, dude. They're going to go. These are awesome. Like these titles freaking rock. I love like the OG design, like the retro look of it. Like throwing it back to the old era of WWE tag titles. it's just so clean. Like they really pop on TV too. Like the gold. I really was debating like buying this title. Like I don't buy like the replica belts because they're so fucking expensive. But like I was debating getting this one because it's so clean. I love this title. It is miles better than the ones they have on Raw. So is the tag division. How funny is that, right? I mean, no, these titles they're so good. The gold and black, like this is what I'm talking about. Gold and black. I think there's like a shade of silver in there too. Just super clean. Like they're not. They didn't put blue on the title like they put red on the Raw tag titles. So I don't know how they have these being so good and the other ones being so like mid. But I love these titles. Definitely in my GOAT category. Probably my favorite title in WWE right now currently. Moving on, we have the women's tag titles. I don't really have any thoughts on these. Like I think they're okay. Like the gold, silver, and white. It looks nice. I can't really tell what's going on too much in the middle of the title. Probably just says tag champions, but I don't really have an opinion on these, so I think they go in mid. I did say like mid's kind of for the titles that I don't have like a huge opinion on. Although I did kind of have an opinion on the Raw tag titles, but it's besides the point. I don't think that they belong in bad. Like I like seeing these titles on TV. I think the gold does pop. The white strap's obviously nice. You have that shade of silver. I think it is nice. It is just like a really small title because it is a women's title, so maybe that's why. But I think that it belongs in mid. I think it's perfect. Moving on, we have the old NXT Championship. I think this was the first ever NXT Championship. I think that was held right by Seth Rollins, right? I think that was the first one. I don't. I'm looking at the rest of them. I think I'm correct on this. I think that was the first one. It is just that X for the NXT. I think is clever, but I don't prefer the championships to look like that. I prefer them to be a little bigger. Um, so I am gonna throw this in the mid category. I said I do like the factor of it says N and then the huge X and T, but like I would have preferred the title to be a like the titles we're looking at like whatever shapes they are. I just think it would look way better personally. But like the black and gold is obviously super clean, so you can't really go too wrong with it. These are the NXT tag titles. Honestly, not horrible. Just throw it in mid. I don't have too much of an opinion on like the NXT titles because I didn't watch a lot of NXT growing up. So obviously we have these as well. NXT tag titles, like they're not bad. They're not horrible. Um, they have the colors that I'm looking for, like the black and gold, the white, strap for the women's one. I just don't have too much of an opinion on them. I think they belong in mid. This is the current NXT championship. Um, I don't know. I feel like it could be better, to be honest with you. It says NXT, super big. It's kind of like the WWE logo. Um, it does have gold, silver, black. Like it's an okay title. I think mid's perfect for this one as well. I don't think it's bad, but like I really don't think it's like that great of a title, to be honest with you. Uh, I think this is also an NXT tag title. Yeah, we're gonna throw this in mid as well. Uh, yeah, okay, so that's similar to the other one a little bit. The NXT is still going down rather than across. I just don't have opinions on this. I think they're just like okay, they're mid. That's why they're mid. Moving on, we have the North American Championships. I don't like these titles, at all. Really, they're too big. The men's one is freaking huge. I get it's like meant to be like that. I don't really know why. I don't really mess with these titles too much. Uh, like the design is kind of cool. I like the design in the middle, but the maroon strap isn't particularly great, in my opinion. I just think they're bad. Like I don't like them. I don't. I'm not a big fan. Of like the red. Like why is it red? Why is it maroon? Like if anyone has the answers to those, just comment them down below because I have no idea. Just not a big fan of those titles to be honest with you. Like the size and then just like the red. Just not a fan. Moving on, this is my favorite NXT championship. I'm throwing this in good. Don't want to put it in great, but like the gold and then you still kind of have the X in the middle, like you can see it, but like it also that isn't the entire title, like the one before. And you still have like the title design outside of it, and then I just think it's awesome. I think that's the best looking NXT championship. If you guys disagree, comment down below. That belongs in good for me. Now we have I'm not sure what NXT Championship this is. Um, yeah, comment down below which one this is. My NXT knowledge isn't as great as my WWE knowledge. I don't really like this one though, to be honest. I think the colors on it kind of throws it off a little bit. I really don't know. I see like red and blue. I'm just gonna put that in bed. Moving on, this one is solid as well. I think that's in good. I like the slight difference of the silver in the middle. Um, that's a clean title. Like that's not bad at all. Now we have, I think this was the one before. Yes. Okay, these were the ones that they just had before they introduced new titles. The one that I just put in bed. I wasn't a fan of these titles, like at all. They were just like super weird looking. Now I'm putting it together. Yeah, I didn't realize what they were at first because the picture's kind of small, but just like the whole like look of it, it was like I don't know how to explain it. It was like rainbowish with like the red and blue, like a weird. It had a weird look to it. I didn't like them. Now we're gonna throw this one with the other one, the NXT Women's World Championship currently. Like I said, I don't really think that they're bad, but I don't think that they're good or great. This is why they just belong in mid. Like compared to the other titles, I think they want you to know this is an NXT Championship. You can really see that in fine print. But I just don't think the design's that clever. I don't really think there's too much going on with the titles. Now we're okay. Before we get into my favorite title, I'm just gonna throw this in bed. I have no idea what this title is from, like at all. Comment down below. I literally have zero clue. Now, for the finale, we have the Big Gold, the World Heavyweight Championship, which was retired in 2013. I mean, just give a round of applause. This is the greatest title of all time, greatest look of all time. I'm even going to put it as the first one. Yeah, I absolutely love that World Heavyweight Championship. I actually have the replica back there. Literally, just an awesome looking title. I didn't like exactly when they minimized the title. They made it smaller, but like the big gold. I mean, come on, it doesn't get better than that. Like it's such a unique looking title compared to the rest of these. I wish that was the current World Heavyweight Championship rather than the one we have. The one we have is fine. I like it, but this one is so nostalgic. Like seeing guys like Batista, Triple H, hold that World Heavyweight Championship. It's just such a good looking title. Like there is no other way to put it. My favorite title of all time. So as you guys can see, that wraps it up for the WWE ones. We had 4 go in the GOAT conversation, which is the Big Gold, the Spinner Belt, the Intercontinental title with the white strap, and then we have the current SmackDown tag titles. I think those are my top 4 titles. I told you there wasn't going to be that many in the GOAT category. We only lived with 4. We have more in great. We have a little bit in good. We have a lot in mid, and then a lot in bad. So it tells you WWE probably makes more bad titles than they do good, but the good ones they make are absolutely awesome, just like the 4 that I have up there in the GOAT conversation. Comment down below what your guys' favorite title is. If you agree with any of my takes, like the ones that I put in the GOAT one, or the ones that I put in bad, just comment down below because I'm interested to see your guys' opinions on these titles. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to comment down below what future videos you guys want to see from me. Alright guys, peace.